the striped bundles of wheat. This technique goes back over 4,000 years or beyond, all the way back to early written history. The Bible speaks of it both in the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Sorry, I give him stop. No, you can take pictures. I'll give him stop.
Oh no, it's okay.
This barn was built in 1840, and the reason it was designed like this is so that you would not be at the mercy of the elements. Last week, any time of the day or night, it took that.
Down. Flatten it out.
Waste as in material, yeah. No, it'd be about the same. That and maybe just a little bit more. You get more grains out of it. This is.
Beans and peppers.
John Deere. John Deere 4020. Okay, Dada, look. What about this one? See, you could run your tractor. Did you run the tractor? Oh, that's not the road. I am not even go back home. I remember these. Last year. Oh, John Deere. See, this one is almost like my other John Okay, it is too hot to be hanging all over me. And it's going to be hot. After this, can we maybe if you pray to Jesus and not for rain, maybe it'll rain. Probably in the school.
No, they linked them.
How does this make you hotter?
Because I don't have any holes. They ain't trusting. Got this talking bird.
It's all original, has been repainted. It's got a hand clutch.
I kind of wanted the one with that mister in the back. Threw you off a little bit better, but they're like 30.
We can just drive it to Poppy. Well, this one is a big lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Cub Low Boy with a mower.
And turn to the right, the first right you go to.
Don't drink all that water. I'm not going back to the car to get any more right now. Yeah, I want to ride one of those. You know one? What do you got?
International 600. Big
Don't
diesel
stand
600.
behind me!
What are these? Boom things. Bunch of John Deeres. Bunch of John Deeres, huh? that's your favorite tractor. Oliver 99 with a Detroit diesel motor. Giant tow hitch. Another Oliver.
And so they're going to think about doing what I call feel good candy, cotton candy, and I don't know. They've got cheer wine. I know that they always got cold cheer wine up there. So Michael's in the big truck right in front of the music hall. Going down a little further and we're going to find our friends at the coffee shop. They have what? Lotus energy drinks at Michael's, at the red trailer, or at the coffee shop. Tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds has got Lotus energy drinks. Apparently that is higher than my capabilities. Never tried one. Might have to. I'm a monster kind of guy. So anyway, coffee shop, Tumbleweeds. Hey, that's like having our own baristas right here on the if you'd like to pay $7 for a cup of coffee at a drive-thru, you can go down there and they will cook you so they can give you a frappe and a latte and they got smoothies and everything else under the sun. So make sure you check that out at
We need one of those. That's all what I'm saying. Look up.
Ferguson 235 in memory of J. Bowie of Denton, North Carolina. There's a 1951 Farmall Super C, and that's Austin Allman of Morrisville, North Carolina.
This is. You see it before it gets up there.
There's a 1969 Cub Cadet 102, J. Bowie of Denton, North Carolina. Now we got the Cook Family Farms Farmall 806 from Denton, North Carolina. Miss County at the wheel.
A little thing on it.
Followed by 1969, 550 Oliver. And that's Kester Ashworth of Carthage, North Carolina.
Or you can get a board.
Here's a Ford 6000 diesel. And that's a 1961. That's Hattie Hill out of Madison, North Carolina. I got a cute smile and a wave. I'm doing all right. And here we have an old Gibson. Mr. Martin, this is the third time I've seen you. This is a 47 Gibson Model A. How many you got down here? 4. And I've seen 3 today. Am I going to see you again? Hope you done. Thank you for bringing them all out. I really love it when I see people come through here and then run back to one tractor, come on it up, we'll make another
You
lap.
know, like my John
Let's
Deere.
do it again. Y'all know what's going to happen if the thunderstorm comes? They're going to ride in circles by themselves. I'm going in. Here's a 1937 Unstyle A John Deere, and that's Oliver Walnut Cove. Followed by a little 318 John Deere from 85. That's Case Martin out of Lexington. Here we have ourselves a Ford 8N 1949 Rodney Stover out of Winston-Salem. We learned driving how to drive a stick shift. She needs to know how to drive a stick shift. Hey, absolutely, she's doing good. Got to teach more of them. Absolutely, I love it. If you don't have whiplash for something. Here's a 1969 Farmall 140. And that is Woody Long Williams out of Troy, North Carolina. We got a 140 Farmall. What year is this thing, sir? El Reno. Get down there, big blue country. All right, here's a 1975 Ford 5000. That's Carolina Black Quarter from Gold Hill, North Carolina. And then we have a John Deere 318, and that's Red Watkins of Denton, 1981. Red Stan is responsible for keeping most of the Denton car market live these days. And he probably gets more phone calls this week than anybody else around here, just about. And so, but it's always cool to see the kids out here doing their thing. That's just a little Andy right there, I can tell you. All right, here's a 19